Hey, it's Francis. I wasn't planning on making a video at all tonight, actually. So I follow this Instagram account that 2 days ago they posted a photo that said, write in the comments how you're feeling, let it all out. I remember a couple days ago I actually saw this and I was thinking, at a better time, I'm gonna revisit this post and I'm gonna see what people said. I don't really follow any other account on Instagram that has, you know, taken this approach to open up the doors to have a conversation. I'm not really sure if the person that posted this was intending on replying to everybody. I think it was just more of like, let it all out. Like if you're holding something inside, like if you've been feeling down or if you've been having anxiety or depression and you want to talk to somebody about it in this type of fashion, like maybe it might feel good to just like let it all out, like they said, and just like, you know, type everything that you're feeling and just kind of like let it out into the universe. I don't know, there was something about that post that I really appreciated because I know that, you know, we all have things that we kind of keep bottled up inside that we don't want to like burden our friends or our family with kind of like how we're feeling, and we're always scared that our feelings and, you know, how we feel in these moments, you know, we're scared that they're not validated, or we're scared that people won't care. I feel like a lot of people are more willing to open up to a stranger or you know, just doing something like that versus like having a sit-down conversation with your parents or like a best friend. Like sometimes it could feel like really overwhelming to like burden your friends and family. It may feel like you're burdening people when you're talking about how you feel and like things that stress you out and stuff. So a lot of times people just don't. There is 72 comments and a lot of people are really opening up about things that they've been feeling for a long time and just things that they've, you know, been stressed out about. And I wanted to take a second to read a couple of these because a lot of what people are saying on here really resonates with me, and I know if you're watching this and if you watch my channel, then some of the things that are on here will probably resonate with you. And of course I'm not gonna share the names of these people, and I'm gonna respect their privacy and just share these stories and these posts anonymously and keep their names out of it because, you know, it's very personal. And I'm just gonna share a couple of these with you. I feel like I never give myself the credit that I deserve. I feel like I'm constantly doing stuff to please others and not myself. I feel better than I did last year, but I'm working every day to be better than before, which is hard because anxiety makes it easy to believe that you are nothing. I've been feeling very suicidal and I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. I keep getting dragged down by everyone and everything. I feel so hopeless, like a burden. I wish people would sit down and listen to me, you know? Feeling stuck. I feel dissatisfied with the way my life has turned out after college graduation. Sure, I have a great job, but I want/need to do so much more. I feel like I'm losing so much of my life and not utilizing what little time I have on this earth. I have the worst self-confidence. I'm constantly thinking about ways I can take away the pain that my mental illness causes me. I'm feeling really scared, paralyzed by old memories that don't feel like they even belong to me in the first place. I'm wondering if they'll ever go away, or if talking about trauma really makes it better. I'm feeling really overwhelmed, lots of questions and confusion inhabiting my existence right now. I'm feeling really grateful. There are people in my life who want to take the time to see me and care for me. Mostly angry and frustrated. Angry about not being utilized the way I should be at work. Frustrated about not being able to put as much time and effort into my art as I wish I could. I'm just a mess and there's not enough time in the day to fix it. I feel like I have to be kinder to myself. I know what I did wasn't right, but I also know that's not who I am inside. I will never know why I did what I did, and maybe I just didn't love him the way that he deserved to be loved. I know we'll be better apart. I just wonder what would have happened if I had never fucked up. I feel like I just need time to myself to appreciate all the great things I have accomplished in the past year, and I need to forget about the bad stuff. I need to learn from my mistakes, but also accept them and accept all the consequences that come with my actions. I wonder if I'll ever be enough. I feel like everyone around me uses up all they can and then leaves me out in the cold to fend for myself. And I can't, because I'm empty and I give so much to everyone I love. Why does mental illness have to be a thing? Why can't people be happy and have properly functioning brains? Just my thoughts today. I'm constantly in the state of depression. The past few days have felt like there's a brick in my chest and I'm in a dream. I'm in a deep, dark hole. And even though there are people offering ladders to get out, I have no motivation to do so. I'm constantly feeling flat, but the flatness is so low that every day I ask myself what the point of life is. And I consider ending my life. I'm stuck and I don't know what to do. So those were just a few comments that were left on this post that this person that I follow posted on Instagram. And I just think it is so important that we talk about these things and we address these things, because that just in and of itself, it proves to me and hopefully to you that these comments could be coming from your best friend. They could be coming from your sister, your brother. It could be coming from your neighbor, you know, one of your fellow students at school, or it could be coming from, you know, one of the employees from the job that you work at. Those comments could literally be coming from anybody. And I truly do feel for all of those people that have left those comments, because just getting like it's like getting emotional. Jesus fuck. I feel so deeply for everybody that left comments on that post, because it takes a lot to open up, even if it's just you feel like, you know, you're just talking to a wall, or you feel like, you know, you're just putting things out there to oblivion, and, you know, whoever reads it. But, you know, even then it takes a lot to open up and talk about those things. And you have people that are talking about, you know, their life, and, you know, what the meaning of life is, and whether or not they want to live this life. And, you know, it makes me sad, because, you know, I deal with so much on the inside and I'm constantly battling my own demons, yet we live in a world where, you know, we feel like nobody has the time to, you know, sit and talk and like talk about, you know, how we're feeling, and we feel like nobody cares, and we feel like nobody has the time to sit down and you know, talk to us about, you know, why we're feeling this way. And, you know, people lose their lives over these types of things every day. It's so easy to forget that literally every single person around us, every single person, like the person that, you know, you almost hit while you were driving because they started darting across the street without the sidewalk sign on, and you were like, fuck you. And, you know, the person that, you know, was standing in front of you in line at Starbucks ordering a coffee, and, you know, people that, you know, are next to you while you're hiking, and, you know, just like people that you see every day. Every single one of us is dealing with something. And, you know, sometimes it's so hard, because when you're depressed and when you're sad and when you're anxious and when life isn't necessarily going the way that you thought it was gonna go, we're just constantly in survival mode, and we're just trying to get through the day, and we're just trying to take it day by day. You know, I'm constantly battling with problems like feeling motivated and feeling like I am making a difference in this world, and if I'm helping enough people, and, you know, am I being the best person I can possibly be? Am I truly doing what I'm meant to be doing in this life? Am I utilizing my time the way that it's meant to be utilized. And on top of that, I'm always struggling with feeling like I'm enough. And I feel like, I mean, there are days where I just cry and cry and cry and cry and cry because I feel like I do the absolute most and I feel like it's just never enough. And I sometimes feel like I'm the only person that is dealing with something that is super stressful. You see people online that you inevitably compare yourself to, you know, living what you think is their best life, because, you know, on paper everybody's life on Instagram looks fucking great. People like showing off on Instagram and, oh, like, thank you so much, this brand sent me this thing, and like, oh, I just got so much makeup. Like, everybody's life on social media looks incredible. I mean, there are days where I'm like just going through my Instagram stories and I'm like, well, fuck me, like like, I'm just a piece of shit, like, I suck, like, I'm not doing enough, you know, I'm a failure. And it's really, really, really important that, you know, even when we're going through, you know, whatever that we're going through, that we're always checking in with our friends and our family and just making sure that the people around us are okay. And, you know, it's that doesn't mean just like being like, hey, like, how are you? And the other person being like, oh, good, like, how are you? Because, you know, the chances are like they're going through something too, you know, 100% of the time they're going through something. And, you know, recently I've been feeling so uninspired, just so unmotivated, and it kills me. Sometimes I just lay in bed all day and I'm like, I'm a 20-something healthy, able-bodied person that could literally go out and do anything that I want to do, and I'm not doing it. I'm sitting in bed not doing shit. Like, I have all these goals and I have all these big dreams and plans, and I'm battling things with my, excuse me, shit. And, you know, I feel like there are times where I'll be so sad and just like in my depressive state to the point where I'm like, wow, like, I just feel so hopeless because I feel like everyone around me thinks that I'm like having a grand old time and living my life and doing everything that I want to do, when really I'm a mess. Like, I'm broken. I suck at life right now. You know, even though I may not know these people personally, the people that left comments on this post, I genuinely feel for every single one of those people. You know, this was a reminder for me to constantly be open to receiving my friends and family's energy and just being more receptive to it, and just being conscious of the type of energy that they're putting out. And if they're sad, if you're getting a sense that your friend may be sad, just let them know that they're important, that they're loved, that they're cared for, that they're special, that they have purpose. And it doesn't have to be like this big thing. Like, you could just shoot a text to them, or maybe just, you know, call them and just tell them that you really appreciate them always being there for you. And if you are going through something right now, just know that you will always, always, always come out of it. And I know it sometimes takes a long time to nurse yourself back to health, but time always heals, and you will get through whatever you're going through. And just know that you're worthy, that you're strong, that you're capable of getting through this, that you're enough, that you're loved. And really, something that we could all work on personally is just constantly checking up on ourselves and making sure that we're doing enough self-care, and just making sure that we make ourselves a priority. You know, some things that I do that involve self-care is I take a hot shower, I fix some tea with some coconut milk in it, and I sit down and I watch Hulu or Netflix, or I listen to a motivating podcast or a TED Talk, something that will give me new perspective and will hopefully inspire me, or just plant a new seed to, you know, do something new or do something that I haven't done before, or just to uplift. You know, just making sure that you're not isolating yourself, because you don't want to withdraw yourself to the point where there's no going back. Really, what helped me the most when I was going through the worst time of my life is I forced myself to live in the present. So I was off my phone, I was off Instagram, I was off Facebook, I was off Twitter, you know, all that, and I just was present, and I took every day, day by day, and I wasn't thinking about the next day, I wasn't thinking about 2 days from now, I wasn't thinking about a week from now. I was just living for that day. Another big thing that helped me a lot was to make one goal for the day, and don't make a goal for tomorrow or the next day or next week or next month. Don't think about any of that. Just make a small goal just for the day, and when you accomplish that small goal, you make another goal for the next day. And it could be something as simple as cleaning your room or making your bed, or making sure that you get enough hours of sleep, or making sure that when you come home from work that you're not spending hours and hours and hours on your phone and on social media, where you can get sucked into it, and before you know it, it's like 4 in the morning and you don't sleep at all. And at some point, you know, time will go by, and it'll go by fast, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, like I accomplished like 20 goals, I accomplished 30 goals. You're getting stronger and stronger every single day. And whatever you're feeling, just know that it's valid, and that you're not crazy, and that you're not being dramatic, and it's not your fault, and you're not annoying anybody or burdening anybody. Make sure that you keep your eyes peeled for anybody that's in your life that may need somebody to talk to, because chances are there's someone in your life that needs you. There's someone in your life that is desperate to confide in someone and to get things off of their chest. And just making sure that you're being kind to yourself and being kind to other people. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share this video if you know of anybody who is struggling or needs somebody to talk to, and somebody that needs to see this video, because there are always people to talk to. If you ever need anything, or you feel like you have to talk to someone, I am your girl. Like, I will be there for anybody, and that is what I'm here for in this life, on this earth. I hope that if you feel like you don't have anybody to turn to, that you would at least keep me in mind. And like I said, share this video if you want to just spread the word, if you want to keep the conversation going. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.